Well,
Yeah.
hello, everybody. My name ChristopherNotWalken. Guys, holy
Wow.
crap.
That's so accurate though. Oh my gosh.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? My name is FamKam. Welcome to It's Getting Late. We have the one and only ZeldaXRiver in the house. How's it
Hi.
going?
It's good. I have my cat here with me for once. She's
Such a
not
cute
meowing
kitty.
this time. Usually on stream she's meowing up a storm.
Well, she
But
knows
for
that we
once,
she knows that we can edit things out, so she's like, why bother?
I know, right? Right.
So, how did you get into ASMR?
Well, sit back, because I talk my head off, okay? So this is how it started.
That's what we're here for.
Okay, good. Because here we go. Okay. So in terms of like how I started listening to ASMR, when I was like 17, I was like, oh, ASMR was becoming a bigger thing in the media in 2017. And I
That's when I
saw,
discovered it.
right, nice. I saw ASMR Darling and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so relaxing. Like, I can take a nap right now. And then it was on YouTube. And then I saw Psyche Truth ASMR. They used to do diet videos, and I
Hmm.
used to follow their yoga videos. So I think YouTube took those two into account for the algorithm, and they shot me Psyche Truth ASMR. And this lady, she was like brushing someone's hair, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so
I
relaxing.
know, right?
Like, I
I
loved it.
never would have thought that watching somebody have their hair brushed or brushing their own hair would be relaxing until I saw it for myself. Seeing is believing. But
Yes.
getting your own hair brushed, of course, is very relaxing. But I think I think part of the reason why we find the sound so relaxing is because our brains associate it with actually getting it brushed. But I don't know.
Hmm.
If there's anybody out there who hasn't had their hair brushed before, watch a hairbrushing video and let us know in the comments if you found it relaxing.
It is very relaxing, honestly.
You are mostly known for streaming ASMR over on Twitch. What brought you over to Twitch, and who was the first streamer you've watched over there, ASMR and not?
Okay. I've talked about this on my stream before, but like it's a long story all about self-worth. I can give you a short answer, but I'm going to give you a long
Give the
answer for
long
fun.
answer.
Okay. So last year, I was in a bad relationship. It was like the type of
Oh,
thing where you two are not committed together, but you're not allowed to talk to other guys or like other girls romantically.
I know that
So
feeling.
it was terrible. What was I thinking? You know, like standards, what are those? But I had very
Right?
low self-esteem at the time and I didn't
Yeah.
know my worth. And I was like, if anyone has made bad decisions in relationships, it's me. And something I talk about a lot in my
Oh, the
ASMR
both of
stream.
us have. Trust me.
Oh, if there's something I do talk about a lot on my ASMR streams, it's definitely about relationships. And but that bad relationship, that person I was with, he introduced me to Twitch. He was
Hmm.
reading me all these little things, path to partner, affiliate, and like he was so passionate about it. And but he was also toxic, and he would send me videos of his favorite streamers like doing dances, and I'm like, why do I need to see this? Um, but yeah, after I dumped him, well, after he pulled my patience, I got enough of it and I left him. But at that point, I started streaming a little bit, and I started going on Twitch, looking at other streamers. And also, I do want to mention my the small gaming community I'm part of called The Specialist. It's an
Oh.
old Half-Life mod game, and the community there. I'm gonna shout out a few people: Remnar, Boxingtons, Darkfire, Lord Spawner. Those are a couple of users who inspired me to start streaming. They pushed me to it, and at first it was a joke, but then it was like I'm like, okay, guys, I'm streaming, and they were all commenting a bunch of like memes, and they were just messing with me, and so that's what got me into streaming. It was that bad experience. I was also like really depressed from that experience. I didn't have motivation for anything. I didn't want to do
Mm,
art. I just stress ate and I'd watch TikToks all day. Like it was terrible. And then, the
mm,
pandemic started. And what got me into doing ASMR on Twitch was that all that experience, and then um I've always wanted to do ASMR for the past 4 years. When I started watching ASMR, I wanted to do it because I would like voice record myself embarrassingly and like, I'd whisper and everything. And then like,
I
um,
totally did that too.
oh my God, really? And then
So,
so I wanted to do it, and I don't like editing videos on YouTube. It is the worst thing ever. I always
really?
stress, and my boyfriend does it for me now.
Oh, good.
Thanks. I'm so glad he does it for me. It's cheaper that way in my finances, so
Yeah.
um yeah, it takes a couple business days, but he does it. But it's nice that he does that for me. But anyway.
Fun fact, I've actually edited one of her older videos before she started having her boyfriend do it.
Yes, and it was really good.
Thank you.
My
Yeah,
Twitch payouts just weren't enough. Oh, I'm just kidding.
yeah. I I love editing though. I've been doing it for over half my life now. I've been doing it since high school. Yes, I'm that old. Where's my cane? Anyway,
You're not that
I
old. Jeez.
I mean, just the other day I tweeted that just realized that some people born in the year 2000 can now buy alcohol, and you were born just a year prior. Yeah,
It's okay. I
yeah,
did get a taste of the 90s, so todo bien.
yeah.
That's all good.
Just as I got a taste of the 80s. My taste of the 80s was my was in my house when I was a little toddler. I stepped on a bee in the backyard. That was my first memory. Yes.
Oh my word.
Yeah, my first
I
memory.
love bees.
I do too,
But I'm
but my first memory was getting stung by a bee by stepping on one, and my mom put my
oh,
foot in a bowl filled with water and baking soda. It didn't
oh my
help,
word. Oh no.
but she tried.
Oh, I've actually never gotten stung by a bee.
Oh, I've been stung
Ever.
8 times.
Oi, how does it feel? Like a scorpion sting?
I don't know. I've never been stung by a scorpion,
Really?
but yeah, have you?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's the stupidest way you would think of, but let me finish that answering your question real quick. Um, so yeah, I got into ASMR because I've always wanted to do it, and
Hmm.
I didn't want to edit videos, so I started live streaming. I bought a mic with my small paycheck. I work in a school, and if anyone knows anything about American school systems, we don't get paid a lot,
No,
especially as a teacher assistant. So
I dated a substitute teacher. I've seen it firsthand.
they get better pay than me. But yeah, so I bought a mic. It was very severely used, and then I started streaming, and the one, the only James Bond ASMR.
I
I
love that
forget if
dude.
it's 235
It
or
is.
239.
It's two three
Okay.
five. He's been on the show.
I saw.
Yeah.
And if you're watching, hi Josh. Thank you for all your
Hi.
support. Like honestly, I can talk miles and miles and miles about Josh. He's been so
Yeah.
kind, helpful. Like he's one of my good friends here on Twitch besides you.
And
I'm
he's
very thankful.
how I discovered you. But when the first time he rated you, I
Oh,
was there.
yeah. Oh my gosh, I had like the air conditioning on, and then my family was walking. Is it any
Yeah, I
different
remember
these
that.
days?
Yeah. Well, no, it's definitely much quieter now than it was then. I can tell you that.
Thank you.
But you did an amazing job, nevertheless.
Thank you. I never thought it was like my brother built me a whole full-blown PC. Can I show you the PC?
Yeah.
There it is. There's my
Look at that.
yes, and this is a trigger for ASMR. It's bubble wrap, and then there's the
Yeah.
um, anyway, there's my PC. I'm sorry. But yeah,
I love it.
my brother built it for free.
That is awesome. Oh.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Built it a couple years ago, and shortly before the pandemic hit, I change the RAM sticks to those RGB ones, and also change the CPU cooler fan to a closed loop water cooler, and it's much better now. It has 64 gigs of RAM, which if you're doing a lot of intense uh, high resolution editing, it's helpful. You may not need 64, but it does kind of future proof it.
Yeah, it keeps it going and it keeps it secure, which is important.
Mm-hmm.
Especially as an editor, I can't imagine. I can't imagine, dude. You,
Yeah,
whew,
it's brutal.
brutal it is.
It's
It
brutal
is.
without that upgrade. Premiere was crashing and slowing down constantly. It still does sometimes, but nowhere near as often as it did before that upgrade.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
At least you got it. You got that upgrade and you got it going. That's important.
yeah. So back to bee stings and scorpion stings. But yeah, I've been stung 8 times. That was stepping on the bee was the first time. Let's see where the other times. I've been stung in my middle finger twice.
Come on.
Best place to get stung, by the way. No one will judge you if you flip people the bird. I was in 6th grade for one of those and 9th grade for the other. Um, I stepped on another bee by a poolside at a pool party once. I got stung in the head.
Ouch.
I was on my way to Stonehenge actually. I was at a cafe, and on the way out, I had like really long bushy hair at the time, and I thought like a part of a tree just got stuck in me, and I tried to pull it out, but it turned out to be a bee, and because I was messing with it, it stabbed me in the head with its
Gosh.
yeah, and I ran back inside to see if they had anything for me to treat it, and they gave me packs of vinegar,
Oh
and
my
that
gosh.
doesn't
It
work.
did-
To this day, my dad still likes to take vinegar and say, "Hey, put this in your hair." He and I have a lot of memes, and that's one of them.
That's so funny. Oh my
Let's
gosh.
see what else. Oh yeah, I think yeah the sixth time I was bike riding with my then girlfriend, the substitute teacher, um,
Oh.
and a bee landed on my neck and stung me. The seventh time, I was in my parents' backyard trying to pick some lemons off their lemon tree, and a bee stung me in the thumb. And the last time was a year before I started doing ASMR. I was taking out the trash, or no, I was taking out the recycling rather, and the recycling bin, little did I know, had a bunch of bees swarming it, but it was too late, and one came and
Oh my
attacked me
gosh.
and stung me in the arm. And those are my bee stings.
I got a question for you, Keith.
Fire
After
away.
all those bee stings, why do you not hate bees, if I heard that correctly?
Because I am the bee whisperer. Let me tell you something.
Are you sure?
When I'm aware that a bee is around, I'm very good at avoiding getting stung by a bee. It's just when I'm not aware that it's there, that
Oh dear.
yeah, because there have been times where a bee crawled over me, and I got a card and slowly just put it right in front and let it crawl on it, then slowly lift it and take it away and let the bee just crawl away and fly away. They're very cooperative if you don't scare them. If you don't scare them, they won't hurt you in most cases.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow jackets is probably a different story, but yeah, for the most part, bees are actually really nice if you're nice to them. And
You,
also, after that many stings, it becomes less painful over time. Either that or you just become more tolerant to the pain. One of the
I
two.
can imagine.
Like
Oh my.
the first few times I bawled my eyes out, but now
Oh,
a bee stings, I'm like, damn it.
not again.
Yeah.
Don't use vinegar.
Put this in your hair.
Oh God. I have
Uh,
a funny story about bees actually. Since I work with kids, one of the funniest, saddest, interestingest things is that I was monitoring them on the playground, and I see one, and they're huddled up together. They're so passionate about this. I go over there. I'm like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "The bee. We're trying to put it back to life." And I'm like, "Okay."
aw.
So I picked up the bee. We put it on the table, and I said, get some sugar and some water. If your mom has a water bottle, because one of the kids' parents worked there. If your mom has a water bottle, ask her for one. And if there's extra juice, get some, because you don't give them honey. It doesn't work.
Right.
From what I've learned. So we got some water and juice. We mixed it up together, and we put the bee. The bee was already dead, but we tried.
You tried.
Yeah, like, I've never seen so many kids, like, so passionately try to save a bee. It was crazy.
Yeah. So tell me about the scorpion sting.
I have a couple stories of the scorpion stings. So the first one...
Did they rock you like a hurricane?
Here I am!
Rock you like a hurricane!
Where's Chris? We gotta sing to him.
I know, right? Maybe he'll be here. Who knows? That's the show now. Occasionally he might show up in the middle of the episode. Who knows? It's a surprise to us too.
So when I got stung by a scorpion, it was crawling in my pants, and I didn't know what it was. I picked it up and I put it next to me. I closed my eyes. I was like, I'm so tired. And I look and I'm like, oh my god! And dude, it hurt like a butt cheek on a stick.
I bet.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
We put baking soda on it, but
of course.
Of course it stings. If you feel it go through all your bloodstream, and it's terrible. It hurts.
Yeah.
What's worse is that I put it right next to me. I picked it up and I put it. I was a kid. I didn't know any better. I was also very, very sleepy too.
Before or after the sting, were you sleepy?
I was sleepy the whole time. My eyes were closed and I picked it up and I put it next to me. My eyes were closed when I did that.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah. What about the second time?
Oh, the second time. So I didn't get stung, but it almost landed on me. I was about to take a shower and I turned.
You were about to take a shower and a scorpion was there?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's happened.
Jesus Christ. Was it one of those outdoor beach showers or something?
It was my indoor bathroom shower.
Jesus
It's very
Christ.
common for scorpions to go to like wet areas like showers, sinks. So next time you shower, make sure there's no scorpion. I'm sure there's not. I mean,
Might be
where you
thing.
live.
Yeah.
Or
'Cause
Florida
I've-
thing. I don't know.
Oh, I can see it be a Florida thing.
I think Florida has scorpions.
Florida's everything.
I know.
Florida's basically a miniaturized Australia.
It is though. By the way, would you ever get a pet snake?
Would I ever get a pet snake? Ooh, I don't know, but I'm sure my sister would. She had a couple of pet rats though, so come to think of it, I don't think she would get a pet snake because she would have to feed it mice and it would just remind her of her pet rats.
That's terrible, actually. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There's this guy on TikTok who has he's a zookeeper in Florida.
Oh.
And he always has videos of big, massive snakes and alligators and crocodiles, and I'm living vicariously through him because I actually want a pet snake one day. I don't know why. I just think they're cute.
They are. Snakes are the best.
Yeah. They really are though.
Yeah, my roommate when we were in college, we were also roommates back in college. We went to a friend's house who had a couple pet snakes, and he held one with no problem. And I took video. I was like, "You're recording me, aren't you?" He's more comfortable with holding a fucking snake than he is being filmed. Isn't that amazing?
Some people. They blow my mind.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure some people watching understand that completely, but I guess it's because I'm much more comfortable being on camera than I am holding a snake. Although I am kind of okay with holding a snake as long as the person who handed it to me is somebody I trust. And I trusted that person. I held that snake too. But I wouldn't just hold any snake, obviously. Who would? I've had a snake crawl right in front of me on a hike once. It wasn't It wasn't a rattlesnake, but I have seen a rattlesnake on hike too. It was just chilling on the side of the trail, and we had to walk super slowly past it because they're like bees. You don't want to scare them because otherwise they attack.
And you know about bees.
I know about bees. I am the bee whisperer. By the way, I'm not the one who gave me that name. Somebody else did.
Oh. I think it's suiting. It works.
Yeah. By the name ZeldaXRiver, obviously you're a big Zelda fan. What was the first Zelda game you ever played?
Minish Cap.
That's a good one. I played
But here's the thing.
that once a couple years ago. It was good.
Really?
Yeah, but I played it on
Which
Wii. What?
which console? Did you play it on the Game Boy, or did you like
No,
illegally play it?
no, I played it on the Wii
Oh.
U on the Virtual Console.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What was your favorite part of Minish Cap?
Well, I didn't get to that because I wouldn't. The thing is, my brother got like the knockoff Minish Cap. He'd buy the games from eBay because we're broke.
Hmm.
So we'd buy the games off of eBay, and it was like a cheaper, but the at the expense of the game not saving. So I didn't really get that far in Minish Cap. So I had to
Oh
only play once without dying.
no.
Otherwise, I'd start all over.
Oh
It was terrible.
jeez.
But then we upgraded to we had a GameCube, and like I said, we couldn't really afford games or anything. We were a big family. So
Yeah.
I played The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker 10 to 20 times completely.
Classic. That was a good one. I've
Yes.
I've only played through that one once. I need to do that again. It was a good one. But the Zelda game I've played through that many times is Ocarina of Time on the N64.
I haven't played it, and I need to play it
It's
because
good. Many people consider it to
oh
be like
yeah.
the quintessential Zelda game. I don't, even though it is the first one I played. But if I had to pick one Zelda game that is the quintessential Zelda game, it would be Link to the Past for the Super Nintendo. That game is just solid. And I've only played through it once, but even despite that, I consider it one of my favorite games. It's just that good. I just didn't
About it
play it until
stands out
recently.
to you.
It
Um,
does stand out to me because it's it's a 2D Zelda, and that's Zelda at its roots. It's much like the first Zelda, but with so much more. And it's on the Super Nintendo, and the Super Nintendo made me a gamer. Super Mario World is what made me a gamer, and
that's
eventually led me to ASMR.
oh how?
Well, I got into ASMR because a channel I follow called Review Tech USA. It's a tech and gaming news and reviews
Hmm.
channel. Um, he's done rants about Nintendo's terrible business moves. Um, uh,
I can imagine.
yeah, and I found that because before I did ASMR, I did a non ASMR gaming channel for fun that I never promoted. It doesn't even exist anymore. But
Oh,
Nintendo was notorious for throwing in content ID claims on all Nintendo Let's Plays that their bots can find, and
oh my God.
I did some research on it when I got a claim on my first video playing Mario Maker, and I found his channel, and he ranted about it, and I became a fan of his, and then about a year after that. He did an unboxing of the NES Classic in ASMR, and that's how I learned
Ooh.
what ASMR was. He explained that it's their videos that are meant to relax you and help you fall asleep. And because I have always had really bad insomnia, I thought I need to get into this ASMR thing, and I did. And I've been a fan ever since. And about a year and a half later, I started doing ASMR myself. So the rest is history.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
One of my favorite videos from you is when you get the ear mic and you go like that. Like,
Oh yes, I remember that. That was a lot of
I
fun.
used to study to that in my math class.
Really?
While I was doing homework, I'd listen to it. I'm like,
No
I
shit. That is
wouldn't be
awesome.
able to focus.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was a lot of fun to do. I tired myself out making that video. Actually, I I did the sprinting equivalent of ASMR there. Would you ever
He's-
do fast-paced ASMR like that?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Give it
I'm
a
more of
shot.
like mid-range. I mean, I can't even keep up with it because when I think of fast-paced ASMR, I think of like mouth sounds ASMR and how some people just
Hmm.
they just go off like 600
Yeah.
tempos, you know? And by the way, I've felt in my ASMR streams, I've also like changed up my ASMR. Like I went from more traditional ASMR to like more singing ASMR.
Yeah.
I thought I'd talk about that today if that's okay.
Oh, I was gonna ask you that actually. So let's get into that.
Okay.
Why not? Um,
Okay.
how long have you been singing,
Oh,
Kitty?
no, this kitty wants to join us, but I've been singing for about as long as I can remember, honestly. Oh wow, she's like really okay, we'll let her do her thing. What do you want, huh? Cats these days. Anyway,
Yeah.
but I've been singing as long as I can remember, but I like started having confidence in my singing probably after middle school because I used to see these girls, this girl, she would sing in cursive with her ukulele and like I was like, well, I want to sing too. So I started singing in my church and then I really started singing at my other church because we moved churches and that was about four-ish years ago.
Nice.
So that really helped my confidence, and until this day, I'm still frightened of singing in front of people. I just either look at the music stand or look at the wall. I can never look at people and sing at the same time. My
Really?
mom makes like faces whenever I sing, and it's like, stop!
Oh. What kind of bands do you typically listen to and sing along to?
um, 80s music.
Yes, absolutely. Can't get enough of that.
Also some worship music, but then there's also a there's a lot. It's hard to put a finger on what I listen to because it changes all the time.
Yeah,
Zelda music, though.
absolutely. There needs to be more lyrics in Zelda music. Nintendo's finally coming around to putting voice acting in their games. So what?
When is Link gonna talk? You tell me.
Never.
Yeah.
Like the most I've ever heard Link talk in a video game setting, the cartoons don't count. Excuse me, princess. I'm not talking about that. I mean I'm talking about when Link became a playable character in Mario Kart 8 and Nintendo put out an ad where Link's about to fight Ganon and Bowser breaks down the wall of Ganon's castle.
Oh
He's
my
like, and
god.
he's like, "Hey losers, we're gonna go kart riding." And Ganondorf's like, "Excuse me, we're in the middle of something." And Mario's like, "How about you, Link? Wanna come along?" And Link said, "Okay."
Oh,
I'm not kidding.
hold on. My mic cut off. He did?
Yes, you did.
Oh my gosh. Send me the link to that. I would love to hear it.
Pun intended or not?
Ah!
I guess not.
You decide. You decide. But yeah, like I haven't seen a lot of people do singing in ASMR on Twitch. At
Yeah,
least the hours I'm active on Twitch, I haven't seen that much.
I certainly do it quite a bit too, to the point where there's a command where you type exclamation point singing, it says, "Of course he's singing." Yeah.
But I was thinking like of, you know, starting like a team of people who also do ASMR singing, like as their main thing, not as like an occasional thing. Because
Oh, their
at the
main thing.
moment,
Okay, I was gonna say I am down, but it's not my main thing, so I guess I disqualify. I see how it
you can sing
is. I'm
too.
just messing with you.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I'd like to have like a team of people who do ASMR singing.
That would be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun. Let's do it.
Sorry, my cats are just very friendly tonight. Did you see that?
Yeah.
You want to see her? Ay! Ay, Dios mío. She's so cute, though.
She is so cute.
Yes, do you have something to say? Put me down. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait, there we go. She's also blind, so she's scared of literally everything.
Oh, that's too bad.
It is.
Yeah.
But she's adorable. Kills me.
Yeah, I bet. Sweet little kitty. You have any other pets?
Yeah. I have 1 dog and 4 cats.
1 dog and 4 cats. And oh yeah, that's right. You did mention other cats. Did they get along?
Well, Tintin gets along with Lay. Lay gets along with Tintin and Belle. But Zelda, my cat Zelda, she's fat, she's furry, she's gray. She hates everyone in the whole world. She tolerates most people, but she will not tolerate other cats. In fact, the prior owner to Zelda even said she prefers a dead mouse, over the other cats that she has lived with in the past. So I'm like, okay.
She prefers a dead mouse, so she likes house music. Got it.
Oh my god. Oh
Oh,
well.
oh damn. That sounds a lot like Garfield though, the way you describe Zelda. Big time. Growing up. I had a cat named Fred who was just like that. When he was a little kitten, he was very loving, but as he got older, he hated everybody and everything. And he killed mice in front of guests whenever we had guests over. We'd
His love language.
It is his love language. I remember one time we had some people over and we had a cheap croquet set. We set it up in the backyard and we were playing some croquet, and Fred just attacked a mouse in front of all of us. I've never been more embarrassed in my life. I think that was like shortly before I became vegetarian, actually. Aside from vocals, what other instruments do you like to play? Like I've seen you play kalimba and ukulele. Do you play any other instruments in addition to that?
I used to play trumpet, but I was going to show you my ukulele. I was getting
Do
so
it.
excited.
Do it.
Okay, okay. I'm just learning. I just started learning T. Cousteau or Tyler Cousteau on Twitch inspired
Yeah.
me to start ukulele.
He is really
I love it.
talented.
Oh my gosh, he's very talented. He voice acts and he also sings.
The dude has the pipes of an angel, no doubt about it.
Very deep, very deep.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do play kalimba and I have a tuning fork. Oh, you can't hear it.
I can't hear it. Why can't I hear it?
You can vaguely hear it, but it's a tuning fork. You hit it and it makes a whoo sound. So if you want to count that as an instrument, I play it.
Oh, absolutely. I was gonna try and guess what pitch it's in, but I can't hear it.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I also used to play trumpet a lot in grade school.
Awesome. My sister, she didn't play trumpet, but she played cornet, which is essentially a mini trumpet.
I love that.
Yeah.
They are so cute. They're like yay big. Little cornet.
Yeah.
Or like they used to have these things called king brass trumpets, and they were massive. They were like longer. I mean, I had a normal sized trumpet, but it was still called a cornet, and I was so confused because actual cornets are like really small. So I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. So what are your future plans for your channel, both on Twitch and YouTube?
YouTube is to basically upload when I can. I'm not putting that pressure on myself because YouTube is very hard. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like to grow on YouTube is so much harder than to grow on Twitch.
Well, it depends. It depends. For some people, it's the other way around. For me, I'm in your camp. Growing on Twitch has been easier for me than YouTube has as of late. But I started on YouTube, and growing a following there first helped me get a kickstart on Twitch. which is
I can imagine,
yeah. I mean, I honestly recommend that because
yeah.
damn it. I honestly recommend that because YouTube videos are more searchable there than streams are on Twitch. So discoverability on Twitch when you're first starting out, if you don't have any social media presence elsewhere or a following built elsewhere, it's going to be next to impossible to grow on Twitch unless you network like a mofo before you start and do it the right way, which a lot of people starting out don't understand what the right way is. Like you can't just show up in a stream and self promote that way. We had somebody do that in your stream earlier. I'm not going to name
Yeah.
names, but yeah, that always backfires. It just makes you look like a leech, and nobody wants to follow or support a leech. They want to come to streams that offer value, and if you promote that way, it tells people that you don't have that, and you're just trying to suck in viewership rather than showing people why they would like to go to your channel. You gotta make it
Mm-hmm.
about them. Don't make your growth about you. Make your growth about the other people and what you can offer them. Um, and plus, putting videos on YouTube can showcase that because people discover you through the algorithm, through searches, through recommended, and they see your stuff. They know what you're like, and if they see that you're also on Twitch, then maybe, just maybe, they'll go over to your Twitch channel
Yeah,
and catch you
ideally
live.
that's what we would like to happen, but my long-term goals is like uh I'm still figuring it out, but I know I want to be partnered on Twitch. My
Yeah,
focus is mostly on Twitch right now because Twitch, I feel closer to my community on Twitch than I do on YouTube.
same.
And like you get real time with Twitch and I appreciate that. And what kickstarted me for Twitch was that one big raid I got from Josh.
Yeah,
Like if it
I'll
wasn't
never
for
forget
him,
that.
I would have never even been discovered. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I
I
get
remember he was like how he's often like, should we raid? That this is my James Bond impression. Should we raid a big streamer or small streamer?
you sound just like him. Oh my gosh. You need to be a voice actor.
My
Side job.
my mom has been telling me that for 25 years, and I am such a slacker on that. But anyway, um, but yeah, and so he searched for a small streamer that he's never rated before, and he came across you, and I was like, she has Zelda in her name. I can tell she's going to be awesome, and I was right. Um,
Cute.
and so we rated you, and the rest is history.
Yes, that was so cool. I'm never forgetting it. It's been like what, a year already, but I'm never
Yeah,
forgetting it. It was a very important period in my Twitch growth. But yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, raids definitely help a lot. A lot of people think that raids don't matter much because, like, oh, people are just gonna leave because they don't really care about this other stream. No, maybe some people do, but some
Hmm.
people will also stick around, and if they enjoy your stream, they're gonna come back. It happens.
Exactly.
It's it's the law of averages, really.
This might get deep, but sometimes I feel like there's a lot of pressure to get partnered. And I even talked about this with my therapist.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me, but why do you want to be partnered? And I'm like, that's a great damn question to ask, you know?
Yeah,
Because when I first started, I was like, well, I guess I should be partnered. But now I have a reason because I do want to start a team, my own team.
yeah,
And I also just want more emotes and, just help my community have their own thing too.
absolutely. The emotes is one of the big reasons why I want that check mark because I have so many great emote ideas and I can only have a
You
few emotes.
do.
Yeah,
You're really good at emotes, dude.
thank you. So we got some fan questions.
Oh, we did. Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, um, yeah. We got a couple fan questions here.
Ooh.
So the first one comes from our dear friend Samantha, aka I'm a grilled cheese sandwich.
Hi,
Um,
Samantha.
hey. Um, or at I am a ham sandwich, as her handle is on Twitter. She asked, how did she come up with the name ZeldaXRiver? Unless, of course, you asked that already. I mean, I pointed out that it obviously the Zelda part links to The Legend of Zelda. Again, no pun intended with the link. But what about the X River part?
So, have you heard of Christina Grimmie?
Nah.
She was a singer on YouTube, and I looked up to her a lot as a teenager when I was a teen. And her username was ZeldaXXLove. But she was murdered a couple years ago at a meet and greet.
Oh,
and,
I know what you're talking about.
I copied her username, kind of. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot her name, but yep, I am familiar with that actually. That's a real tragedy.
I looked up to her a lot, especially her singing. She also loved The Legend of Zelda, so I resonated with her a lot. So I just stole half of her username and just put River because at the time I also loved River Song from Doctor Who.
Huh.
Yeah. So that's how I got the username.
I really need to watch Doctor Who. I've only seen like a couple episodes.
It's long. It takes forever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Tori's Tiger's Tales, a.k.a. Tiger's Tail ASMR, a.k.a. Tori Shima Eve, a.k.a. Tori. She asks...
I was saying that 5 times.
Chris made me say that 5 times on the show once. Favorite thing to do when bored?
I have 600 things I like to do. But lately, I'm going to sound basic. I like to scroll through social media. I know, I'm terrible. But when it's not that, I like to sit down on my little ottoman, pet my cats. Routinely or ritually, I go to my brother's room and I look for my cat Zelda. I pet her. Then I look for the other cats. I pet them too. That's only when I'm completely bored. Or I just lay in bed. Or, I mean, I have like 600 hobbies, dude. Like, I sing, I do art, I make jewelry. Like, I have a lot of options. Or I play games. Or I cook. I do a lot of baking. You know, not the woo baking, but like the baking.
We really should have done this interview a month and 4 days ago.
I know.
Did you know that Foo Fighters released a music video on 420 this year that is like the ultimate trip fest of a music video?
Oh my gosh.
Chasing birds to get high. I'll have to send you that.
When? Yeah, sure.
That album came out a couple months ago.
But your album, when are you gonna put out an album? That's what I'm asking.
I did actually put out one on SoundCloud once, but I'm gonna re-record it because the quality is terrible.
You sent it to me anyway.
Sure.
Yay! Okay. Good. Thank you.
And Tori also asks, guilty show to watch. Guilty pleasure show, I guess. Not that the show itself is guilty, although it might be.
Have you ever heard of The Nanny?
No. The Nanny.
You've never heard of it?
Uh-oh. My
cats, sorry. You know, with Fran Drescher.
Nope.
It was a 90s sitcom. It goes like, she was walking in the bridal shop in Flushing, Queens. Still her boyfriend picked her up in dumped her in one of those crushing scenes. It was about this lady who gets dumped by her her ex. She also works at that bridal shop. So he dumps her and he fires her because he was cheating on her. So I know it gets worse.
Jesus Christ.
She goes door to door to rich houses to sell makeup, and she meets the wonderful, recently widowed Maxwell Sheffield, who's like hot, right? And she's also beautiful. So, what are you gonna do for 6 seasons?
Date Maxwell Sheffield, duh.
Yeah. Oh. Have this tension between the two characters for 6 seasons of like, are they gonna be together or not? So that's my pleasure to watch that show because they just she becomes the nanny, obviously. She wanted to sell makeup to them, but then they were looking for a nanny, so because she's like from New York, Flushing, Queens, and she's Jewish, and then you have the polar opposite, which is like this British high class guy. And I really like the show because it explores like the classes, different classes. You know, there's rich people and then there's people who are on government assistance. And I like that the show explores those two things because it's interesting because Fran brings her personality, like, you know, in those big social fancy settings. She says, I cut the seeds out of the cucumbers so you can, so you don't get gassy.
That, oh, if I cut the seeds out of a cucumber, I would go insane within seconds. That, oh, I cannot imagine. Just, holy crap.
I've watched that show 3 times, and it's like 6 seasons.
All the way through 3 times?
Yes.
I am not that far behind as far as The Office goes.
Really? That's your comfort show?
That's one of them. I've watched through it twice. Also really love Seinfeld and the IT Crowd.
What about?
Hmm?
What are those shows about? I know what The Office is about. It's satire, but then like the other ones.
Oh, Seinfeld is a classic. Is a classic '90s show about nothing, as it's known as. But it's really about. So Jerry Seinfeld plays a fictionalized version, semi-fictionalized version of himself. And has a few friends that are kind of based on people he knows in real life, including his co-producer of the show. His best friend George Costanza is based on Larry David, and he also has a friend named Kramer who has like this crazy hair and crazy mannerisms. Like he it's his next door neighbor, and he's always sliding into his door. He's like, "Hey Jerry," like that. And then his ex-girlfriend turned friend Elaine, who dances like this.
Oh my god!
In an episode, I'm not kidding. There's like a million gifs of that. And
oh my gosh!
There was one episode where Elaine stays with Jerry at his parents' place in Florida. And she was sleeping on the couch, but it was broken at a bar that was puncturing her back. And they gave her something to treat it, but it got her so high that when they went to a family or not a family gathering, but the neighborhood's gathering. There's one woman there named Stella, and she just can't stop laughing at the name and be like, Stella. It was the best. So yeah, that's my favorite show. And the IT Crowd is a British sitcom of a couple IT guys who work in the basement for a big company that they never really reveal what the company does because that shit's irrelevant. What matters is the misadventures of the IT guys and their boss who was put in IT as their manager because she said on her CV, aka resume, but they say CV over there, that she knows a lot about computers, which in turn was a fatal mistake because in that show, everyone that works for Random Industries except for Roy and Moss, the two IT guys, really doesn't know anything about computers. I mean, there was one guy who was given a presentation about the IT department. He said, and I quote, for those like me who don't know the difference between a laptop and the larger one.
Gosh. Oh Lord. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but she didn't know anything about computers either. And on her first day, Moss noticed that she was talking on the phone. She's talking on the phone when he comes in, and then she hangs up, and she's like, "What can I do for you?" And he's like, "Hello, I was just wondering, do you want me to connect you up to your phone?"
She wasn't even using it right. Oh
She
my
was
gosh.
faking a conversation with the
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That's
and then later she
crazy.
was typing on a computer that was not plugged in.
Well, you're trying to convince your boss that you are working.
Well, convinced that her new subordinates, because he put her in the manager role, the IT department. Where can we find you on social media and everywhere else on the internet? Well, maybe not everywhere, not the personal shit. That's private.
Have to check. Yes. So on Twitter, I am ZeldaXRiver. Now, like I said, when I first made that username, it was inspired by that singer, but then I didn't know what triple X means.
It's a Vin Diesel movie.
The innuendo? I didn't
know
know what it meant.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
just fucking with you.
So it looks cool. But yeah, please don't think I offer any services, because I do not do that.
If you do, I'll fuck you up.
Oh, Lord, dear.
Chris would actually say that.
Oh, he would, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
probably. But yeah, my Twitter is ZeldaXRiver, and then my Instagram, I have 2. The first one is ZeldaXRiver ASMR. That's my public personal account. And then my other account, which is my art account, is Smiles Rebecca. And then my social security is, I'm just kidding.
8675309. Wait, how many numbers is it? 7530921. There's actually in the IT crowd, not to stray too off topic, but I have to bring this up, because I've had this shit memorized for over 10 years now.
Oh dear.
There was an episode. It was the second episode of the series, where they changed the emergency number from 999, because that's their 911, to a new number. 011899988119991197253.
Who's gonna remember that by the time you're already dead?
Yeah. Faster response times and better looking drivers. Oh, good stuff.
That is funny.
Yeah. But yeah, so she's on the Twitter, she's on the Instagrams, she's on the Twitch, and on the YouTube. And you also have a Discord.
Yeah, I do. It's ZeldaXRiver community, and
we're gonna put
we
all
can
your
put
links below, by the way.
that works. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. Hashtag.
Well, thank you so much, Rebecca, for coming on the show. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I like talking my head off.
Well, I'm glad, because what better place to talk your head off than here on It's Getting Late?
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely. That's ZeldaXRiver. I'm FamKam. ChristopherNotWalken couldn't be here tonight, but the man's getting better. A little update on him. He's still in the hospital, but he is on his way out. He's on the mend, and I'm really happy about that. And we're going to celebrate like a motherfucker when he gets home.
He's with us in spirit.
And on Instagram.
Yeah.
Well, that being said, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, subscribe to ZeldaXRiver on YouTube, follow her on Twitch, subscribe to her on Twitch if you're willing to fork up some cash. It's always worth it. You get sick emotes, you get ad-free viewing, you get all the love in the world. That's by the same band as I Don't Want to Lose Your Love Tonight. I'm sure you know that one.
Yeah.
The outfield. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to It's Getting Late, so you don't miss another interview. And until then, stay chill. Have a good day. Have a good night whenever you're watching. And be good to yourselves. Take care.